former public protector and now parliamentarian, Busisiwe Mkhwebane, has lamented her persecution, including her family, by the state law enforcement. Posting on social media, Mkhwebane has stated that her family is being persecuted by the state-owned institutions for investigating those she calls untouchables. She claims that she is still being punished and her children have been subjected to abuse because of the false reports by the media that she received money from the Gupta family. The Guptas are synonymous with state capture allegations in South Africa, which saw them flee the country to Dubai a few years ago. For more on this, we are now joined by the former public protector and now member of Parliament, Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane. Advocate Mkhwebane, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. You've put out a post on social media questioning why you and your family are still being punished and subjected to what you've said is abuse by false reports that you received money from the Guptas. What's exactly happened and who's behind this?
Good evening, and good evening to the listeners of SABC. The problem started around 2019 when this organized crime and corruption project organization, during the allegations that there are people who were paid by the Guptas, and they said my name was flagged by HSBC, a bank in Hong Kong, that have received some money. So then the problem started then, and apparently I was then investigated by a Foreign Intelligence Commission of South Africa, and I wrote articles. I even responded. Some of the media houses then corrected that no, the organization was, or that article was not actually meaning that I received money. So the linkage was when I was a diplomat in China, because we were paid through HSBC in Hong Kong. Now, by that, it means the process starting of investigating all my bank accounts, all my links and everything. So that's when the challenges began. Now,
if you'll allow me, as we talk about the allegations around this report, when you were allegedly flagged by the global banking giant HSBC as having financial links to the infamous Gupta family. So according to those leaked banking records, the bank allegedly flagged a payment which was worth over $5,000 which is just over 90,000 Rand today, into your FNB account in June of 2014. And all of that happened during the height of the Gupta family's influence over then President Jacob Zuma, who was in government. Am I correct?
That's why I'm saying, unfortunately, that was the wrong perception which was raised. And by then, I was the diplomat in China, and I was returning back to South Africa, and the article was later corrected that actually it's not that money was from those sources, but then it was because I was a diplomat in China and we were paid through the HSBC, and that was cleared. But unfortunately then the law enforcement agencies, because of my work as the public protector, they then conducted an investigation. They went into my bank accounts in South Africa, and finally they also had to go into financial or bank accounts of my children, and that's where they then started the tax audit. Because I was audited for 8 years, more than what is expected, because by then SARS came back and said they want to audit me since 2011 until 2014, and that started around 2019, 2020, after all these allegations. And by then, they also then picked up the contact details and the bank accounts of my son throughout that process, and they also went into investigating my son from SARS, and that's where the challenges have been. So hence I'm saying that persecution started then because of the work I've been doing as the public protector, the investigations I've conducted, and I think there is one media statement I've issued then around 2019 disputing all these allegations, because the media was reporting a number of things, that I've received these monies, I have received gifts from, or I've given or received gifts from Bomahoma Pilu or Bomatomo. So it was just trying to throw anything which they thought will stick. Unfortunately, as we speak, I'm still facing those challenges and the persecution, because now my son is not at all a person who's within the brackets of, in fact, is labeled, or we are being labeled of receiving or money laundering, illicit financial flow. We've explained ourselves several times, and now they then attached his properties, and somebody who's not at all even able to, acquire expensive tax practitioners or even defend himself.
So just let me, if you'll allow me to just interrupt you there. What basis is there to now involve your family? Surely SARS must have seen a link. As this all happens, does it also come as a surprise to you, or was it something that you were kind of expecting through the communication that you have with SARS, with, of course, the investigation having come, well, dating back to 2011 into your income tax affairs? Yeah.
I never expected that this will be picked up. And the unfortunate part is that possibly during their investigations, that's when they picked up the profile of my son through possibly my bank account, because, all of us as professionals, when you have children, you'll open bank accounts when they are still young. I mean, I opened a bank account using my surname before he became somebody who then ran his own family issues. So that's when they, SARS, through their employees, required or sent the tax information of my son to me. And I even questioned, why are you sending that to me? Because SARS tax information is very confidential. And in a way, they apologized. It means then they were investigating me when they were picking the details of my son. So then the problems or troubles started there. They then continued to speak to him, and not knowing the issues that he needs to submit, tax-related info. In fact, his salary is not even within the brackets where he was supposed to be even submitting the tax returns and everything. So that's the challenges which one is still facing.
So where to from here? Where to from here? I mean, what are you planning on doing? You're speaking about all of this that's all happening and the reasons that you say are behind it. What are the next steps? I mean, and also just clarity on the communication you've had with SARS over the past few years, dating to today.
On my side, I've explained to them that I was a diplomat. I've been receiving cost of living allowance like any other diplomat, and if there were monies which were sent from the bank of the HSBC to my bank in South Africa, all diplomats who were employed through the Department of International Relations, that's what we've been doing, and I've submitted all the proof. But still, I'm still facing challenges because I don't know how else to explain myself. As far as my son is concerned, hence I'm saying they even went further to even attach his properties, and we have to get then the lawyers and the tax practitioners when he is not even within the bracket of being able to pay those services. So this is just a continuous persecution. But I'm trying to show that, unfortunately, in this country, if you are a professional and you are regarded as a person who's a threat, or, I mean, with the kind of work I was doing my work, and now I'm being still continuously persecuted, and I don't know what else to do. But I'm just showing that it never stops, it still continues, that we have state institutions who are supposed to be protecting us, but then one is still continuously facing persecution.
Very well. Unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there for now, but thanking you for speaking to us, former public protector and now parliamentarian Busisiwe Mkhwebane, lamenting her persecution, saying that it's a matter that is still ongoing and she doesn't quite understand why.